Hello everyone, it's a beautiful day and I thought I should do something different. Today I'm reviewing my old CLK 320 2004 W209. This is a coupe, not a convertible, so it's a W209. I've had this car for more than a year, well more than a year, and I'm very happy with this car. Why shouldn't you buy this car? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Let's have a look around this car. Let's start from the boot. It has a very good sized boot, deep and with a good access as well. It's illuminated, it has the kit, and of course you get a full-size spare wheel as well. Single exhaust pipe. Let's go around this. It still looks beautiful after 18 years. This is 2022 and this car still looks good for the age from every angle. I have replaced the wheels with 17-inch. It previously had the 19, which was a bit rough on suspension. This is a V6, of course, and you can say that by the sound of it. Okay, let's quickly have a look inside from passenger side. This is an Australian car, beautiful door trim. This is an elegance model or elegance trim. Nice seats, and if you do this, you'll see that there is a good space back there for two-person. Actually, this is where I sit, and look how ample is the legroom for the rear passengers. Of course, the rear has only room for two persons. And let's have a look on the other side. Again, beautiful door trim, the switches, audio system, and of course a beautiful comprehensive cluster with some modern touches. And when you close the door, turn on the ignition, it hands over the seat belts to you. How good is that? And it actually adjusts the seats according to your memory, height, the steering wheel as well, not the mirror. But when you put it in reverse, it also does a good thing. It just lowers the side mirrors so you can see the edges of the car. And here's the battery smooth M113 engine. Very smooth, nice compartments, insulation still intact. Let's go ahead and test drive. It's a beautiful day here in Brisbane, Australia, and finally after more than a year, let's take this beautiful CLK 320 Mercedes outside. V6 2004, 215 horses and 229 foot-pound of torque, of course on 3000 RPM. Very solid car that has given me very little problem. Let's talk about the problem first. The only problem I had was with the gear shifter. After 100,000 kilometers, it started playing up and sent the transmission to limp mode. Nice sounding engine, still very nice sound. If you're coming from a very silent 4-cylinder car, this is a very good sounding car. The engine is very smooth. This car has been my wife's daily driver since about 2 years ago, and there were only a few glitches about the ignition switch and, you know, small things like that, burnt bulbs, a bit of oil leak from the plug for the transmission, and things like that. This is a rough surface, and this car still does very good job canceling all the humps, all the bumps and imperfections on the asphalt. The suspension is not on the rough side, it's not on the comfort side either. It gives a very good ride. It's not uncomfortable, and you still can do a pretty good job taking the corners. And when you push it, you've got all that 215 horses coming from buttery smooth 6-cylinder, which has 18 valves. In terms of options, you still got this, I would say, 7-inch display that gives you old navigation. Of course, it comes from this DVD over here. Still very good system, very good sound. You get a 7-stacker CD changer over here as well. You can still connect your auxiliary. As you can see, I've done that through a Bluetooth module. You still get one cup holder. That is practical. This is a 5-speed transmission. I believe after 2006 they started using the 6-speed together with the 350 engine. So the 3.5 liter engine, which puts out, I believe, around 269 horses or something like that. This car still gives you a good fuel consumption. At the moment it's showing 13.2. That's because I just started the car. If I keep going, that average comes down gradually. So you'll get cruise control, which is very good. As you can see, I'm using it now. I'm doing 80 kilometers an hour on 2000 RPM, and this is the 5th gear. You can put it in sport mode and comfort mode. This is the comfort mode at the moment, and this car has 120, almost 4,000 kilometers on the clock. Comprehensive dash. You will get those little indicators for temperature as well as the fuel tank. So all in all, I think this one has about 72-liter tank. I was able to put 62 liters, 60 something liters inside the tank at some point, and that will give you at least 600 kilometers of range. In terms of noise and wind noise and road noise, this car is actually very good. The aircon is perfect, no problem with that. The interior parts has kept up. As you can see, it's still in very good shape. Everything was in a good shape except the steering wheel on top was a bit sun-faded, so we put a little nice wrap around it, which is good. It's now thicker and more handy. Has auto headlights and it has automatic wipers. You get 4 sensors around the car. Easy to maneuver car, very small kind of car. 464 centimeter of length. I'll continue after grabbing my coffee. The good thing is that you get your seat belts from here. Does a good job, Mercedes, thank you. Let's go. So the only issue for this car is now one burnt bulb. It shouldn't be a problem. Got a coming traffic. All right, map. All right. There is another issue, which is not an issue. For 2004, you won't get the reverse camera over here because this is a 2004, and in 2004-ish there was no reverse camera. It came later, around 2010, I'll believe. So let's go. Still very nimble car and very good sound. Okay, as I said before, I only had few problems with this car. Just like I had few leaks, including the valve cover leaks, which is pretty common for these cars. They have very big kind of valve covers, 2 of them, and a few gaskets on top of each other. And I still, to be honest, have a little oil leak from valve cover. Nothing major, just a little smelly smell of burnt oils coming from my dropping on my exhaust manifold, and that's all. So the past, let's say 1700 kilometers, I have averaged 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad for a V6, and it's mostly highway driving combined with city driving. And also this car is not so noisy in terms of, you know, things getting loose, or it's very well kind of quality of interior parts, very well put together, so you won't get that much rattle and noisy stuff. Very high quality interior, as well as the leather and all the door trims and things like that. Not many issues in terms of interior. 320 engine is very reliable. 350 had that little cam issue and cam chain issues that should be looked at some stage. I still prefer 320 engine, not 350. You get the choice of the V8, which is 500, and CLK 55. I believe CLK 500, in terms of being able to make it as a daily driver, is much more practical. CLK 55 has a different seat, of course, nice exhaust tone and things like that, good touches, but a bit on sporty side in terms of suspension. If I have to choose between all these trims and engine size now, I would go for normal 2005 CLK 500.
Okay, if I have to sum it up, I would say CLK320 is a very practical coupe Mercedes with a V6 and 215 horses. Very practical, luxury, for 2004, lots of options. You can choose between convertible or coupe, and you have the engine choice of 202-liter car with a supercharger. You have the choice of 320, 280, 350, 500, CLK 55 and CLK 63 AMG. So lots of options. Please remember that this car when new was about $72,000, and now you can get this car for a fraction of the money. I paid about 4,500 for this car, and I spent a bit on it to make it roadworthy. For, of course, for a CLK 500, 55 or 63, you would pay a lot more, but you'll get a lot of car as well. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great day and bye.